On December 16th, 2018, the Super Best Friends released their final video. In that video, Wooly discusses how Matt and Pat are no longer friends, and it was very difficult for them to maintain a working relationship, and therefore the Super Best Friends is disbanding. My little brief history with the Super Best Friends. I was there from the beginning. I started watching them when they were on Machinima, and then I think they got moved over to the Happy Hour, which was where they were putting all their comedy blocks. And when Machinima disbanded, they started up their own channel and started doing LPs. Now, if you don't know what the Super Best Friends was, or Best Friends Play, basically it was I would say a comedy LP or video game playthroughs. The thing that I loved the most about it was their comedic timing and their honesty. I was a big fan of them. I still am a big fan of them. I was there for it all. I even I remember you crying, Wooly. I remember that. You made me cry with your wussiness. You passed it on to me. Goddamn purple Game Boys. Am I right? Yeah. I was a big fan. I probably watched almost everything they put out. I mean, granted, there were probably some games that I was not really interested in watching a full LP on, but I'd always like click in occasionally to see where it was going, or I'd always catch the final, no matter what, just to hear what their final thoughts were on a game. Then they started up their podcast, and I didn't frequent that as much as I would have liked. I'm just not a big fan of sitting through all kinds of podcasts, but I would say out of all the podcasts in the world, theirs was the most entertaining, and eventually they started posting small video clips of their podcast on their YouTube page. And I always watch those. Those were always hilarious because they always pick the best clips. I was there for Liam. I was there for the cons. I was there for Japanese trips. I was there for the weddings. Well, the wedding, I should say. These guys were a big part of my life, and I mean, they still are. Where do you go from here, you know? It's over. The thing I look forward to when I got off work, or when I had a day off, just to binge these guys. I would go back and rewatch videos, and I probably still will, even though there's not going to be any more new content. They're keeping the old content on their channel, so it's always going to be there for anybody who wants to dabble into it. If you don't know who they are, I would highly suggest checking them out. Liam, Employee of the Month. Always Employee of the Month. It was sad when he went too. He went a lot longer before the channel dispersed. But it was sad. He would pop up on Matt's channel every once in a while, and it was good to hear him again. I missed you, Liam. I miss you too. You're a part of this as well, So that's a little brief history with me and them. Now, they're not going away. This is just the end of the Super Best Friends Play. They're not going to make any more LPs together, but they do have their own individual channels, Wooly versus Matt McMuscles, and I think Angriest Pat. Pat doesn't really post too many YouTube videos, and I hope that changes. I really do, because I'm not a big Twitch fan, but I do love watching Pat, and I love watching his little rants and stuff like that. Even if he just posted like funny clips like they did with their podcasting on his YouTube channel, that would be fantastic. Matt McMuscles, he's been posting a lot on his own YouTube channel anyway. He did kind of a Halloween review this October, and recently I think it was Dante's Inferno, which were both fantastic. I love watching Matt go through these games. I loved it. His LP of Life is Strange with Liam, fantastic. I hope he can get Wooly in for a couple things too. Play with him. And Wooly Versus. Wooly has a podcast called Wooly Will Figure It Out. I haven't had the opportunity to listen to that one just yet. I mean, it was, as the day of this recording, my next day off is a few days away, and I was planning on picking that up then. He does a Reboot, which is an old 90s cartoon show. I don't know if anybody remembers it. I remember it, and that's kind of why I was interested in hearing what Wooly had to say about it. He also slogged through, I think, the only Reboot game that ever came out, and that was, oh man, Wooly, I'm with you on that one. That was hard to even watch you play that, but at the same time, kind of gratifying to see you torture yourself. I don't know why. This is sad. It hit me really hard. I didn't want this to end, and I didn't want it to end the way that it did. Like I said before, Matt and Pat said they are no longer friends, or Wooly said Matt and Pat are no longer friends. I hope someday that they can reconcile and become friends again. Not so much as like a guilty thing to get the super best friends back and maybe them playing video games again. No, that's not what I'm getting at. I just think that you guys had such a dynamic, like a clique, and I hope that you can just become friends again one day and, put that, whatever it was, behind you and just be, the family again, So I guess with this final thing, I'll put links to all their new stuff down below if you're interested in checking them out. I highly suggest that you do. This is a very sad day. This is my farewell to them and my thanks for everything, for helping me get through hard times. Thanks for the laughs you guys did. So many laughs. I would tell people about, I live in Iowa, and it seems like I'm the only Super Best Friends in Iowa, fan in Iowa. I would tell people about you, and they never hear about you. And I hope that I got some fans out of you around here, even though maybe they didn't. I don't know. I can't make that promise. Again, yes, just a big thanks for everything. I wish you all the best, and I think all of us Super Best Friends fans who may have or may not be watching this, raise your glasses for the Zaibatsu. And farewell, good journeys, and I will keep following you guys. Stay happy, bring us more laughs, and I love you guys all. Thank you so much. Goodbye.